Hey everybody, I'm Michelle. I'm a fashion reseller, primarily on the Poshmark app. My closet is shopmycloset365, and you can find me on Instagram at _shopmycloset365. This is my first haul video. I thought it would be kind of fun. I went for the third time to my Goodwill outlet, the Bins here in Orlando. And since this is a city I think a lot of people come and travel to on vacation, and you might get there, I thought I would share some of the things that I've learned and show you some of the things that I was able to get. So I really debated whether I should even do this. Was the stuff that I found good enough? And as I was thinking about it, it made me realize that it was probably the reason I should do the video. It's really easy as a reseller to compare yourself to what everybody else is doing. And depending on what part of the country you live in, some of the resellers get some really fantastic stuff. As I said, I live here in Florida, and Orlando, Florida in general, is just a really casual state. And so, not high fashion. So the things that I find tend to reflect that. Every once in a while, I find something really good. The very first time I went, I actually found a beautiful Diane von Furstenberg blue velvet jacket, which I sold last month. It was my biggest flip ever and really exciting. So I decided to go back and try again. So if you've never been to an outlet, or the Bins are called, typically it's a big, huge room and it's filled with the deep bins or the trays. Here in Orlando, we actually have a beautiful outlet. It's only been open since November. They moved to the new location. So brand new warehouse, really beautiful. It's set up really nice, really big room. I wanted to take some pictures and video, but they're really strict about that, so I wasn't able to. Maybe one of these days I'll just try and do it really secretive. And so I went earlier this week, went in the afternoon, and one of the things that you kind of have to deal with at the Bins is there are a group of ladies at our Bins that go every single day. They're there every single day. There's about 50 or 60 of them. They're there all the time. And from what I understand, I made friends with the security guy, and he was telling me a little bit about them. And my understanding is they purchase a whole bunch of stuff to ship to other countries, and you kind of have to work your way around them because they're a big group. They kind of stick together. But what I actually found was what they're looking for is really different from what I'm looking for. And actually towards the end, they started kind of handing me things, and I'll show you some of those items. And so once you get used to it, it's not quite as intimidating as it was in the very beginning. So I'll go ahead and start off. First off, well, I guess I got this really cute orange and pink Alja, I think that's how it's pronounced, little top. And I sold at Francesca. I am a super literal person, so for me to use like an average cost of goods is really hard. But for the purposes of this, and because it would take me forever to figure out exact cost, what I like to do is I figure based on the number of items that I got. I kind of have an average cost that I give my shoes, and then I have an average cost that I give the rest of the soft goods. And on this trip, I purchased 78 pounds. Here in Orlando, it's $1.29 a pound. So I'm figuring cost of goods for shoes about $2.50 a pair, and then about $1 for all of my soft goods. So I actually got 15 pairs of shoes. I'm not going to show all of them to you, but I'm going to show a few because for the very first time, and of course I'm going to start with the best first. I can't wait. I actually found a pair of really cute, wait for it, Tory Burch. So really excited about this. They are a little beat up. They've got some marks and indentations. I've cleaned them up some, but the brass buckles seem to be in really good shape. And I've heard that sometimes people purchase the shoes just to get the buckles, and they'll put them on other shoes. So I'm excited to see how these do. I also found just a few other general shoes, really cute. I thought these were really cute. Suede with the leopard. They're 5.5, so there's really small. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending how you think about it, they fit me really well. So as I do with a lot of things, if it doesn't sell, I'll wear them. I work full time. I do reselling as a part-time job. It's my side hustle. I think anybody who resells, that even doing it as a part-time or side hustle, there's a lot of time involved. So I'm really enjoying it. But it's definitely something, there's learning curve, and I've been so appreciative of all the information and how great the reseller community is. Everybody's really good about sharing their tips and tricks and really supportive of each other. And like I said, it's one of the reasons why I decided to do this video, because if maybe someone can learn from some of the things that I'm doing and some of the mistakes that I'm making, because I'm definitely making a lot of those beginner mistakes. In the beginning, I was primarily started off just using items in my closet, and they sold pretty quickly. I wear a lot of mall brands, and it was things that were popular, J. Crew, Express, and so they sold really quickly, and it kind of got me thinking. I had actually gone back on the Poshmark app. I joined back in, I think it was 2013, as just a buyer, and I purchased a couple of items, and it's over the years picked up a few things here or there. And then back in August, I was looking for a leopard print skirt, and I did a Google search, and a Poshmark skirt popped up. And so I went online and I was looking, and I found a couple things and actually purchased it. And it kind of got, the wheels turning in my head. I started thinking, I have a ton of clothes, and I have been thrifting my whole life since I was in my teens, and so I've always accumulated a lot of things. Typically I would give them away to family and friends, and so I really started thinking, hey, I've got things that I could resell. So I did that, and I kind of went crazy in the beginning. I worked really hard, and I think I became a Poshmark ambassador in like 2.5 weeks. Crazy. I was following and sharing, and I purchased some things and I was selling things, probably for lower than I should have. In the beginning, you're just so excited that you're selling stuff that you don't really think about how much you're selling it for. And of course, now I understand kind of what that does to everyone's cost and how it affects things, because if I sell something really low, then buyers expect to be able to get it really low from your closet. And so I just didn't know any of that. So these are the things that you learn as you go along. So anyway, so like I said, I was just purchasing things at my local Goodwill, taking the money that I was earning and putting it back, buying pretty much anything and everything, not really thinking about, what I wanted my closet to look like. So, now that I've been doing this for a while, I am trying to curate a little bit of a more focused look in my closet. I have a kind of a point of view. It's kind of girly, kind of boho, kind of trendy, with some career wear, because I still work, so I look for those pieces for myself. And so I'm trying to slowly get rid of some of the inventory that I had before, just to make back a little bit of my money, and then hopefully as time passes, I'll be making more off of the items. So as I was saying, on this trip I purchased 78 pounds, and that was 15 pairs of shoes. And so I kind of figured average cost of goods for those was $2.50. And then the rest of the bulk was, because it was a total of about 80 pieces, some soft goods. I found some scarves and a couple of hats, which, maybe I'll keep myself, or I may throw them in as a free gift in a bundle. And so I'm figuring that my soft goods, about $1 a piece. So I'll keep going. And as I mentioned, the little ladies at the Goodwill, when they didn't want something, they started handing me some things. And so some of the things they handed me, and I was really excited about this when she handed it to me. And doing some of the comps, I'm realizing it's, maybe not quite as exciting as I thought, but it's still a really, really pretty, Peter Nygard. And it is 100% silk, and it's a little blouse jacket. It's got little eye hooks, so really pretty on that. I'm gonna get this listed, and so hopefully we'll have that up soon. But again, really, really pretty. There were actually about 4 pieces of that they handed me, and so that was really nice. This is a really pretty, it's brown. You can see the lace. It's got a little peplum and really pretty clasp. So we'll see how that does. Again, there's that tag on that. Another Peter Nygard. I think this is Nygard Collection, and it's a really pretty silver damask velveteen jacket. I wish I would have had it before the holidays. I think this would be a really pretty holiday, but I'll probably just go ahead and put it up now, see how it does. So one of the things that's really interesting about living in Florida, one of the things that I do find a lot of, I think mostly because either people come here on vacation and they come with a lot of heavy jackets and sweaters and things, and then they don't need them. And obviously, you know, they probably go shopping here, and so maybe they just leave it here and so that they don't have to have it in their suitcase. Or people move here from states that are colder and realize that they don't need heavy jackets. So I actually tend to find a lot of heavy jackets and different pieces. So I've been kind of stocking up on those and selling them to other parts of the country, even though we're having a fairly warm week. We're really cool in November. I had some cold days, and then January has been really warm. It's supposed to cool down tomorrow, but I think the high or low is still like only the 50s and 60s. But I found this really cute. It's just an Old Navy, so like I said, mall brands, but it is a navy and red plaid jacket. And when I was looking for a stock photo, it was actually one of the jackets that I think was on New Girls, and so I was able to find that picture and use it. And it's a extra large, so it's nice. And I actually have someone asking a lot of questions about it as we speak, so maybe she'll buy it this afternoon and I can send this off to its new home. I also got this very cute, it's a little bomber style navy and red plaid. It's got the really soft pleats. Again, Old Navy. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still in the process where for me, I can't, you know, at the top of my head, I know some resellers are really good about as they're going through being able to kind of figure out exactly what they're going to price something. Typically what I do for pricing and look it up look up and see what the original retail. If you notice, Poshmark, when they do their advertising, they kind of market and brand as up to 70% off retail. And so I kind of have a sliding scale that based on whether it's new with tags, new without tags, how much wear, I kind of have a sliding scale of what I'll price it. And then obviously look at comps. And again, start maybe a little bit higher. I send a lot of offers to likers, and that works for me. And so we'll see. But one of the things I'm really excited about on this trip is this is the first time that I found this, and I believe it is Joie. And when I looked up what these, and I was actually already able to find the stock photo on this, I'm new to this. If I can figure out how to insert a picture, I will. If not, I think you guys can all get the picture, but really pretty. It's got the little lace and lace. So coming up for spring, it actually had quite a bit of staining on it, but because it was white, I was able to get it all out, a couple of washes, and it came out. So again, really pretty. And it is it's a large, and it looks like it would fit me. So if I don't sell it, I'll keep it for my own closet. Another thing that I found that I hadn't found before is this really pretty, it is 100% cotton, Lily's Closet. And I believe this is an Anthro brand. I don't know if this particular one was sold there, but really pretty blue and white stripe and lightweight. So as we're coming into spring and summer, this will go well. Now, I already got this one listed and got some interested right off the bat. Loft is kind of one of my bread and butter brands. I tend to sell a lot of it. I find it a lot of it here because, as I mentioned, we are kind of a mall brand state. We get a lot of that in our local Goodwills and thrift stores, and so this just had that really cute little penguin. And then another of the Nygaard collection stuff that we found. Really pretty cream with ruffles, really pretty detail. And I know the prairie look is on trend to be popular for this spring, and so I think this will be something that's really pretty. I'll steam it and get it listed. And I also believe it's a really nice silk and cotton blend, so really pretty on that one. And I love this skirt. I don't know, I wish it's gonna be hard to kind of show. It's really pretty. It is a long, hot pink linen skirt. It's got these really pretty kick pleats down here, and it doesn't have a brand, but it does have the sizing, and it does say the pure linen sizing. So like I said, I just think that is gorgeous. I'll have to try it on and see if it fits me, but it's really pretty. Something else that I found that I hadn't found before. This is a brand, it's not super popular in Florida, at least not as far as I'm aware, but I've heard about it, you know, as I watch the haul videos and everything. And this is you see that? Yep. Brandy Melville, and it's the one size. It is a really pretty navy and white plaid flannel. I posted this a couple days ago, and it's gotten quite a few likes already. We'll see whether it sells quickly. Now, this is something that I was really happy to find. I just think it's really cute, and I know this is very much on trend right now, and it is a Tommy Hilfiger, and it is this really cute, kind of vintagey, looks a bit older. And it's actually got the hoodie sweater and with the big Tommy logo. And I have some really cute Tommy logo vintage shorts that I had found that are in my closet. And so getting quite a bit of attention on this. And even if it's not sold really quickly, it's bringing quite a bit of traffic into my closet, I think. So it's good to have in there. Let's see. Oh. We all know this, and they are a nice pair of Levi 501 with a button down. They do have a slight bit of staining on the pocket, which I called out in the listing. I do have these up, and if you're in Florida, it's got the skull pocket. And for, let's see, my last piece of clothing, again, really cute, high-waisted, roll-up shorts. Not familiar with this brand. I'll have to look it up. It's just called BE Blues, but it's an 11-12. Tag looks a little bit older, but anyway, like I said, it's got the really high waist, and with the roll, I think it'll look really cute. So that's it for the items of clothing that I was going to show you. Now I'm going to show you a few of the shoes that I found. Like I mentioned, I found the Tory Burch. I also found, I thought these were really kind of unusual and cute. They're called Alegria. They're fairly expensive, and they are in that Dansko type shoe. Got the Velcro and the little butterfly. Pretty good condition. There's a little bit of wear, which I will disclose here at the toe. I also found these Timberland. They're kind of cute. Again, more of that kind of comfy slide. Pretty good condition. One thing I noticed, again, here in Florida, really casual shoes. Sometimes it's hard to find shoes that aren't totally beat up, but I'm finding, you know, for the most part, if you price them right, they will still sell. I found a nice pair of men's Cole Haan with the tassel. They do have just a little bit of wear here, and again, I'll disclose that when I list them, hopefully later this afternoon. And let's see, oh, they're fairly beat up, but still okay. And, you know, this is the first pair of Birkenstocks that I've been able to find. From what I hear, everyone says that, you know, they do still sell, even if they're in kind of rough shape, but they're cute. And I think, you know, this is the oiled, they were kind of a distressed leather to begin with, so hopefully someone won't mind picking these up. And another thing that I found were these really cute, they're just an aerosol brown, but when I looked up what the original value of these, it was pretty high, higher than I thought it would be. And I just think these with the stack heel and the brass buckle, the distressed leather. This leather is the kind of leather that the more beat up it gets, it's just gonna, you know, keep looking really cool. found a nice pair of Franco Sarto, and this is the Artist Collection. Black patent with a block heel. Again, pretty classic, nice for workwear. And I found this Banana Republic, but I like the chain detail, and it's got that nice solid heel, really, really solid with a little bit of platform. So I like those quite a bit. Found a pair of Box, and again, another comfort shoe, but this has the really pretty, it's kind of a woven floral pattern, and then it's got the leather. Pretty good shape on these, not a ton of wear, a little bit of wear on the bottom, but I think they're still pretty cute. I just thought these were fun. They are a really large size. I think they're not marked, but I think they're probably like a 10 or 11, but again, really cute. And I was able to clean them up with some olive oil. Does a really nice job on shining up vinyl. These were cute, kind of a little distressed Aldo lace-up combat boot. And this was another LL Bean slide. So we'll see how this does. So I think that's all that I'm going to show you for today. Oh, I had one more thing. Yep, really cute. I thought these were really pretty. They're Kenneth Cole, New York, with the really pretty satin and the block heel. And it's missing I guess the ankle strap, but I think what I'm going to do is I was looking on Amazon and I found some really pretty black satin shoelaces that you could use to tie it up, and I thought I could maybe style it that. And I thought, you know, since bows are one of the things that are going to be really popular for spring, if you haven't seen Little Black Hangers spring preview, that's a really great video. I'll link that below, and that was one of the things that was mentioned. And so, you know, if we're looking for that girly feminine style, this might be something that would be fun to pair it with. All right, so that's all that I was going to show you today. But before I finish up, I want to just kind of comment and mention just a couple other pieces. One of the things that I get asked, and I've heard other resellers talk about it, and I've even had friends say, you know, don't you feel bad charging X amount for a piece of clothing when you only paid $1, $2, even $5? And, you know, as we go through and we do these, you know, the haul videos and we talk about what our cost of goods, one of the things that I notice, and I think even myself, I forget to take into account, is all of the other costs that are associated with the purchase of the items. So for example, my Goodwill outlet is an hour from my house, so it's an hour there. I spent 4 hours sourcing and then another hour back. So you have the cost of time, gas. Then when I get home, I either wash it, iron it, always steam everything. So you have the cost associated with that. You know, my water bill, my electric bill, all of that has gone up since I began sourcing. And so, you know, that's one of the things you have to take into account is there's this cost for the good, but then there are all of the other costs associated with. So when you factor that in, you know, just things that you have to think about. And I'm trying to figure out a way to maybe include that. So I'm taking that into account when someone makes me an offer, and I put all of the pieces into context on how I'm pricing my items and whether I should accept an offer. So, you know, just putting it out there, something to consider. I know I need to be better about that. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's down below. And hopefully I will have another one of these haul videos put together for you soon. Take care and save the planet, buy secondhand.